Hey guys, welcome to Sente, the YouTube channel dedicated specifically to beginner and intermediate players to help them get better at the game. So, two really cool things with this video. So the first thing is I got in touch with someone called a Go YouTuber called Zoo98. He is awesome. Such a great guy, really good. He's like a 4-dan player, and he has really great content, really great material on his channel. I put his link in the description below, so certainly check him out. He's a really, really cool guy, and he showed me how to make my videos look actually professional. So instead of just screenshotting my desktop, I'm able to have a really nice display, and you guys will see it. You'll see it in like a minute. It's really cool. Second thing, this video showcases sort of a funny part of the game. Because me and my friends were talking, and we were talking about Dragonball Z and Go, and like making jokes about how like Go is like Dragonball Z, like becoming a Dan player Super Saiyan, and that got me thinking. I was like, that'd be really cool way to motivate new people, because like the ranking system with like 20Q through 1Q, it's like, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, it doesn't mean a lot. They're just numbers. But if you compare those rankings to like Goku's journey in Dragon Ball Z, for nerds like me, that makes it so much more exciting, because instead of 12Q, I'm like fighting Vegeta or something. Like makes it a lot more fun. So hopefully this is something funny, helps motivate you to like get stronger. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let's get started.
Alright guys, how do you like the new setup? It's cool, right? Oh my gosh. Such a huge shout out to Zoo98 for giving me these tips. For anybody that wants to make videos and doesn't know how, this was able to be done on OBS. It's a free software for Windows, Mac, to essentially do streaming. But it could also record, so it's brilliant. Totally brilliant. In any case, I figured I would kick off the new look with a really fun video that I wanted to make after talking with my friends, just joking around about this. It is called Dragon Ball Z Equivalents to Rankings in Go. Sometimes when I'm trying to rank up and I'm playing my games and I'm losing a lot, I'm winning a lot, and all this stuff, it's sort of like I'm in Dragon Ball Z with like all the episodes of, you know, find out today if he actually does it, and he never actually does it. And like 7 episodes later, he manages to win. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, so 20Q through 15Q. This is Carefree Goku. Alright, so you're just starting out in the game. A friend told you about it. Maybe you started in a Go club. Maybe you just like learned about it from a YouTube video or a website. And you're like, oh, this game looks really cool. You probably saw Hikaru no Go, because that's how like everybody I've ever met started playing Go, was from that show. Whenever you learned it, I think it's really fun. You think it's cool. You're just plopping your stones down, having a good old time. You don't particularly care if you win or lose. Maybe you've beaten some, you know, other 20Qs before. You think you know what you're doing. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that hard to get really good at it. So you're just, you know, chasing dinosaurs, taking care of Gohan. You're just sort of being you. You're blissfully unaware of strategy, and you've won against 2 other beginners. So you feel like you're in a pretty good spot. And then the first thing that happens to almost every player is that first debilitating loss. That first time you get good enough so that you get to play like a 12Q or an 11Q, and they destroy you and they don't even care. And you realize that you have a long, long way to go. This entire world completely just opens up to you, and everything was different than how you thought the game would go. And so this is your fight with Raditz. First crushing defeat when they didn't even seem to care. You realize for the first time that you actually want to make the right moves, but you realize you don't actually know anything about how to respond to players who have a better idea at the game. It's the first wall in your journey. So a lot of people sort of stop after this because it requires really sort of digging into the game at this point. And a lot of players, once they get that first like butt kicking, they can't seem to progress past that, when either life gets in the way, they lose interest, blah blah blah. So a lot of people, when they fight Raditz, they don't go for any further training. And if you do fight and beat Raditz, that means you have become a 12Q and going to an 11Q, and that is a huge step. And you're like, that's it, I'm over the wall. I am over the wall, and it's all uphill from here. And so here's 11Q, Snake Way. You realize that even though you managed to fight your way up to this rank, the whole world of Go seems to be so much bigger than you originally thought. You realize how much there is to learn and how much harder you need to work if you want to stand a chance against anybody stronger, and if you want to reach that dream of Dawn level that we're all trying to get to. So Snake Way is for those of you who choose to keep fighting. The first steps towards techniques that are bound to make you strong. So this is sort of a new beginnings, I think, in my opinion, sort of rank. You begin to become more familiar with the patterns of the game, understand some fighting. You can punish mistakes a little more easily from players weaker than you. And you're feeling good and you're feeling motivated. And that's the key for getting through 11Q. Now, 10th Q through 9Q is King Kai's planet, in my opinion. So this is the next wall. This is your fight to become a single Q player, which in your head is really, really important, and something that you've definitely been working towards. So on King Kai's planet, you learn crucial techniques necessary to advance to this world of the single Qs. A lot of people fail here. You know, this is a tough place to get to, and that mentality of like going from 10 to 9 or from like 11 to 8 is just, it's pretty big, at least for me. And so whenever I fight a single Q, like even if it's a 9 or an 8Q, I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I'm just like super nervous because it just seems like a very different world. And so you've got to be sure to get over this wall and keep fighting and keep practicing so you can get through King Kai's planet and get back to Earth, because some never return. Go does eat your soul, but it's kind of awesome. By the end, you'll have added dangerous new tools to your arsenal to enter the world of the single-digit Qs. And so once you've chased the monkey, and once you've hit the grasshopper, and once you've learned the Spirit Bomb and the Kaioken, you're ready. And to be perfectly honest, what Goku is going through in this whole scene of like King Kai training feels a lot like the games that you play when you're trying to get to single-digit Q. That is very grueling, but pretty rewarding, especially when you see yourself getting better. Alright, 8th Q through 7Q I think is your fight with Vegeta. So this is your first real test to solidify your place in the single-digit Q realm. I'm sorry. So you can really easily drop back to 10Q here. You know, you get that first win and your rank jumps up to like 9Q or 8Q. And then that next game you play, where you know that if you lose it, you're going to go back up to 9 or 10, is ridiculously stressful. And if you're not careful and you don't keep up with your training and you know take a few weeks off, you might easily drop back to that double-digit Q range, which once you've worked this hard to get to, you do not want to be. So getting past these two ranks really solidifies your place in this single-digit spot. And they do almost cost you your life. You got to be careful to keep your whole life in balance when getting to Go, because it can be very enveloping. It seems very binodal. Like either you completely give up after just not really getting past this learning curve, or you like delve into it so much that like you're not the same person anymore, and you like end up like imbalancing your life. So try to stay in balance, guys, when you're doing this training. 6Q through 5Q is the 100 times gravity training and the Ginyu fight. Alright, so you see One Dawn. It's, for the first time in your Go life, you can see One Dawn on the horizon. And you want it. You want that so badly. So you work even harder to better your game, to train. I consider the OGS server to be the to be the 100 times gravity simulator, because people on there are really good. So you train on that. The games are grueling. You take a lot of losses in your training to get wins and losses to fluctuate up and down, and eventually you beat 6 and 5Q. You come out stronger than ever, and you get to 4Q. And here, in your journey to One Dawn, is the last stage of your training for this rank. It is the final fight with Frieza. The final push, filled with wins, losses, pain, joy, defeat, romance. I don't know. Maybe romance. Who knows? And this is the final push, you think. Because if you're anything like me, my goal right now is to get to 1 Dan. I feel like once I get to 1 Dan, I'll be happy with that. And that's sort of how Goku felt. Like, he just wanted to beat Frieza and have a normal life. But in his journey to beating Frieza, and in your journey for 1 Dan, you will unlock Super Saiyan. And you will reach this place that you had no idea you could get to, especially when you remember back to when you were like a 12Q and all this seemed so impossible. And once you get there, you're probably going to want to keep bettering and training yourself, just like Goku, because this game has become more than just something you do. It's one of the most complicated and ingenuitive games ever created, and you have become really, really good at it. So, whatever rank you are, whether you're still the Carefree Goku, whether you're on King Kai's planet, whether you're fighting Vegeta right now, don't give up. Remember Dragonball Z, remember Goku, and keep training to get to that fight with Frieza. I know I will. And when you get on top of that hill, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can only imagine how good it's going to feel. So this video is just something I wanted to make just for fun. Hope you got a kick out of it. Hope this maybe helped motivate you a little bit to get better at the game. Because whenever you compare yourself to an anime character, I mean, come on, everything feels a lot more epic, right? So leave a like, comment, subscribe. Most of my Go videos are educational, but I'll try to throw some funny ones in there every now and again. So if you want to learn more about the game, stay tuned, stay watching. Big things are coming up, and I can't wait. I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you on the grid.
Remember